Hi, I'm Erik Christensen from the NLS Norway Relocation Group, and welcome to this professional briefing or this episode on the core of international talent management, the forensic and often unforgiving world of Norwegian immigration. If you are an HR director or a global mobility specialist operating in the Norwegian market this year, you have likely noticed that the administrative ground is shifting rapidly under your feet. The old strategies of assuming a signed contract is the end of the process or relying on generic global templates simply no longer hold water in the current climate. In 2026, the Norwegian Directorate of Immigration, or UDI, had transitioned into a hyper-digitalized gatekeeper characterized by zero tolerance for even the smallest administrative ambiguity. This evolution is driven by a combination of sophisticated AI-driven screening algorithms and a deeply protective labor philosophy designed to safeguard the local workforce. For a corporate department, this means even every work permit application must be treated as a high-stakes compliance audit rather than a simple filing task. One of the most significant shifts we have observed in current regulations is the extreme intensification of the competence requirement. It is no longer sufficient to demonstrate that a candidate has a master's degree and a high salary. UDI now demands a microscopic alignment between a candidate's academic transcripts and the specific technical requirements of the role. For instance, if you are hiring a senior specialist for a cybersecurity engineering role in Oslo, but their academic degrees in general information systems, the system will flag the application for a manual review that could take months. The burden of proof has shifted entirely to the employer to build a technical bridge between the hirer's education and their daily tasks. You have to do the analytical work for the caseworker before they even ask, providing documented evidence that specific course modules directly correlate to the job descriptions. This forensic approach extends into the financial thresholds for the skilled worker permit. In 2026, the salary offered must not only meet the national minimum, but must strictly align with Norwegian industry standards for that exact level of seniority. If your internal salary bands haven't been calibrated for the latest inflation data and social security shifts in Norway, the application will likely be flagged for wage dumping. This can happen even with salaries that appear objectively high in a global context, as the authorities are focused on ensuring that international talent does not unintentionally undercut the wage growth of local residents. Beyond salary, the technical compliance of the employment contract itself is under a new level of scrutiny. Norwegian labor law, particularly the Working Environment Act, is incredibly rigid. Every contract must explicitly detail the mandatory 37.5-hour work week and the unique Norwegian holiday pay system, or feriepenger in Norwegian. If a contract uses a standard global template that omits these specific local protections, the UDI automated tools will often kick the application out of the queue before a human even reviews it. This leads to a reset of the entire processing clock, which can derail critical corporate project timelines by several quarters and cause significant friction with your new hire. The documentation trap has also grown more complex as digital standards evolve. The days of submitting simple digital scans are effectively over. UDI demands verified apostilles and officially certified translations from recognized providers for almost every critical document, from diplomas to marriage certificates. For those moving families from outside the European Economic Area, the complexity of the family reunification track is where we see the most emotional and operational friction. If a spouse's documents are questioned, the primary hire begins their role in a state of high anxiety, distracted by the legal limbo of their partner and children. This psychological strain is a massive hidden cost to your corporate productivity that is rarely accounted for in a relocation budget. Furthermore, the physical onboarding at the Service Center for Foreign Workers, or SUA, has become a major bottleneck. Coordinating appointments for identity verification requires precise timing that must align with the housing search and the national registry entry. Because the Norwegian system is so digitized, missing one step, such as a missing address registration, can prevent the issuance of person number or personal number and a bank ID, effectively locking your employee out of the digital economy for weeks. This is why we view immigration as a strategic risk mitigation task. It is about understanding the unwritten rules and the forensic requirements of the UDI caseworkers who are operating under a mandate of strict efficiency. Every day a hire is stuck in a paperwork limbo is a day your company loses significant ROI. While internal HR teams are brilliant at talent acquisition, they often lack the bandwidth to maintain the microscopic level of detail required by the Norwegian bureaucracy. Taking a proactive approach, auditing every document through the eyes of a skeptical caseworker, is the only way to clear the path for your talent. By ensuring that your corporate mobility strategy is as precise as the engineers and executives you are hiring, you transform a potential administrative nightmare into a seamless transition. This focus on compliance and cultural alignment is what allows international talent to stop fighting the system and start contributing to your business from day one. Navigating the current landscape requires more than just patience. It requires a specialized understanding of the intersection between Norwegian labor law and immigration policy. Ensuring your talent is Norway ready before they even board a plane is the most effective way to safeguard your recruitment investment. At NLS Norway Relocation Group, we specialize in exactly these types of high-stakes transitions. We understand that in the corporate world, time is the most expensive resource, and we are dedicated to ensuring your global mobility processes are as efficient and compliant as possible. We can help you navigate these bureaucratic loops, manage the documentation requirements, and ensure your new hires are settled and productive without the usual delays. If you are looking to streamline your international onboarding or need assistance with a complex visa case, please reach out to us. You can find more information and contact our team of experts at our website NLS Norway Relocation.no, NLS Norway Relocation.no. We look forward to being your partner in navigating the Norwegian corporate landscape.